Okay, so these are some exercises and stretches and strengthening exercises you can do for your back. So this is specifically for your back, to work into upper, middle and lower back, as well as some strengthening into sort of the glute hip area. So just looking at releasing and opening up the glute and hip area. So just take your time. You can hold each pose for a lot longer if you wish to. That's not a problem at all. This is just a brief guide to show you what you can do to help really strengthen if you're getting any sort of back pain. So from here we're going to go into all fours position, and we are just going to open up through those hips and glutes and the upper and lower back. Okay, so from here take a nice deep inhale, opening up the chest. You're going to exhale, and as you exhale, draw the chin into the chest, opening up the shoulders. Really think about opening up the shoulder blades rather than just simply pressing the back up to the sky. As you inhale, you're going to draw the chest forward. Now as you draw the chest forward, pull the tummy in, draw the chest forward between the arms, keep the arms long and straight, draw the shoulder blades down the back, inhaling, pulling into the tummy, and then we're going to exhale, so we're going to squeeze back out again, opening up the back. Chin into chest. Inhale, come forward. So it's really gentle but strong. So we're really trying to engage those back muscles. We're drawing the shoulders back, we're pulling the tummy in, and then we're exhaling, drawing the body out. So it shouldn't be just a soft sort of mess as we go through. You're really thinking about which muscles you're trying to engage. Inhaling, so working into your lats, so the big muscles running down the back. We're drawing the shoulders back, we're pulling into the rectus spina, we're drawing the belly button in, using those lower abdominals to draw in, and exhaling. We're opening up the shoulder blades, chin into chest, pulling the lower abdominals up and in, and exhale, come to neutral. From here, we're going to sink outwards. So you're going to sink the bottom over to the side, looking towards the ankle. You're going to inhale and exhale. Now again, you'll see my arms stay nice and straight. What I don't want you to see you doing is you start bending the elbows here, you start sinking into it. You want to be nice and strong, looking over the shoulder, feeling that lovely stretch coming down the side here, and then exhaling and pressing out to the other side. Inhaling. Okay, from here, we're going to take a nice deep breath in and just pedal through these fingertips just to give them a little bit more warmth and opening up through those fingers. So you're just coming up onto the fingertips and then back out into the palms, okay? Exhaling, good. So from here, we're going to walk the hands forward. Now you can take your hands out as wide as you feel comfortable, and you're going to slowly lower down towards the chin, okay? Now you can release the forehead to the floor if this feels more comfortable for you, taking a nice deep inhale. And then from here, you're going to exhale, and you're going to slowly sink the body forward. So you're going to drop the hips down. Now for some of you, this is going to feel too tight, so we need to bend the elbows slightly as you lower the hips down to the floor. So you're coming all the way down to the floor. Okay, I'm just going to wiggle my way back so you can see me well. And then from here, we're going to edge the elbows in. So we're going to something called Sphinx pose. Now the reason we want to do Sphinx, again, we've got to think about extending the back rather than just sinking here, because this tends to be what happens. Everyone sinks here. We want to lift the chest forward. So as you're doing that, you're drawing the elbows back, you're lifting the chest forward, you're reaching the chest up. You maybe lift the chin up slightly if that feels good. And you should be feeling those lats, those big muscles running down your back, really pulling in here now. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and making sure the shoulders are down. We don't want them here, we don't want to start crunching up, we want to keep those shoulders away from our neck and our jaw. And then from here, gently, you're going to bring the hands all the way down in front of you. Okay, so from here we're going to work deeper into the back. So from here, we're going to place the hands just in front of us and kind of you're going to create a little bit of a space between your hands and your chest. So from here, we're going to just squeeze up, bringing the hands maybe a little bit further underneath the chest if you feel comfortable. And we're going to work into the erector spinae. Now to do this, we're actually going to be using our legs. So you're going to lift the right leg up. Now to do this, a lot of people struggle with this because their knee wants to stay on the floor, their glutes aren't quite strong enough. What you need to think about is this. As we lift this foot up here, so this tends to be what happens. We lift the foot up, knee stays on the ground, yeah? We want to pull the kneecaps up. By pulling the kneecap up, it forces your leg to lift, okay? You're squeezing the bottom. And now you can either hold it here, and you can just go from here and just drop the leg down and lift up. So you can either do this for 5, or if you feel strong enough, you're going to do 5 circles. 4, 3, 2, 1, going outward. Now for those who are doing lifts up and down, continue with those lifts up and down for another 5. Those doing the circles, you're going to bring it in. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. Same into the left side now. So we're going to lift this leg up, engage those kneecaps, so you're pulling the kneecap up. You're pressing the hip into the floor, so this again helps lift this leg up. Again, you can either just go for a tap, bringing it up and down, tap, or you can circle. So we're going to go for some circles here. You can see they're only small circles, but I'm looking to really engage my glutes. 2, 1, and then I'm going to go for the other direction. Again, if you're going up and down, just go up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. From here, reaching all the way down. We're going to place our hands by our sides, and we're going to work on warming up the lower back. So placing the hands by the sides, elbows tucked in. Again, for mini cobra, one of the things that goes wrong is that people have got their hands in the wrong place, or they're trying to press up purely with their hands and not use their back muscle. So the muscle we're working here now is this muscle just running down the lower back, down into the glute. So this is our rectus spinae, okay? So from here, we're going to place the hands on the floor, elbows squeezed in, looking down, deep inhale, lift up, and you can see I'm not coming up very high. So this is what we call mini cobra, okay? We're not coming all the way to the top, we're just trying to engage the lower back. Now if I take my hands away, that lower back engages further, okay? So I'm squeezing the elbows back. Now if I squeeze these elbows back, I also engage my lats. So they're big muscle group just running down my back here, okay? So hold it here, deep inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, pulling into my tummy. You can alternatively, if you find that too much, too difficult, you can inhale, lift up, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. For either or, you're going to lift all the way up nice and high. So whether you got your hands here, engaging the elbows back, or your hands are off, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. From here, we're going to work further on into the back. So the first one we're going to do is come into locust. So for this one, you have 2 options. You can bring the legs out a little bit wider, tends to feel a little bit more comfortable for most. And as you lift up, we're going to press into the back of the hands initially, okay? So you're going to press into the back of the hands, and then you're going to lift the feet up. You're going to squeeze those glutes, internally rotating the thighs, okay, holding it here. Now, if you can then lift the arms up as well. You don't have to. If that feels enough, you can feel those back muscles working, hold it here, that's great. Otherwise, bring the arms up a little bit higher, squeezing those toes back, lifting the chest up, shining the heart forward. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and release. Now to make that a little bit harder, you can bring the feet together, okay? So bringing the feet together, same principle again. Press into the back of the palms, take a deep inhale, you're going to lift up. So engage, lift the chest forward. Try not to be hunched, Try and lift the chest forward, shoulders come back. Again, if you feel strong enough, this is where we engage those knees again. So you're going to lift the kneecaps, you're going to press the hips into the floor as we lift the legs. So from here, I'm squeezing my bottom, pressing the thighs towards each other, internally rotating, and squeezing the toes back. Again, if you want to, you can bring the arms up, inhaling, exhaling, pull that tummy in, inhale, exhale, and release. Okay, working into that back, we want to work on both sides to keep everything nice and equal. So when I do this, we're going to lift up. Now, I don't mind which position you're in, whether your feet are out or together, whatever feels good for you. So you're going to lift up, lift the arms up if you can for me, and you're going to reach to the right and over to the left. Good. Inhale, back to center, exhale, back to center. 2 more times. Inhale, back to center, exhale, back to center, and release. Place your hands by your chest. We're just going to give your back a little break. So you're going to give your hips a wiggle, press into the knees, pushing back, and we're just going to come back. Child's pose. You want to aim to get your bum to your heels rather than trying to force the forehead to the floor. If your forehead doesn't want to come to the floor, that's fine. It doesn't matter, okay? You're looking, ideally, if you've got a block, you can take a block and place that in front of you and release the forehead to the block. But we're looking to really try and get those heels back in towards our bum back towards our heels. Now for some, it's far more comfortable to bring the knees out to the side, feet together into extended child's pose, just because it gives us a bit more space in between our legs and it allows us to sink a little deeper. So whichever option you want to go for, please take it now. So deep inhale. As you exhale, releasing the forehead to the block or the floor, whatever feels good for you. Deep inhale. And really engage here. One of the things that people do tend to do with child's pose is they relax completely into it, which is fine for certain parts of yoga. But here I want you to engage. I want you to press into the palms of the hands, pressing the bum back towards those heels. So it's a really engaged moment here. Inhale. Opening up the back. Exhale. Inhale. Come back up to your knees again for me. So we're just going to barrel roll out the back just to re-warm up that back. So to barrel roll, we sink the hips over, reaching up, over and down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Switching direction, same again. Exhaling, reaching up and over. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. So from here we're going to go back into a few more strengthening exercises. So the first one I want you to do, just come to the middle of your mat for me. I'm going to have to come quite far forward here. So we're going to go into bird dog, Superman, whatever you want to call it, okay? And from here, we're taking the right arm out in front of us. Now I know my toes are probably going to touch the wall at this point, so we're going to press back. The heel comes back. So you want to imagine you're kicking up a wall or a door behind you. You're reaching for something ahead of you. My shoulder stays directly over my wrist. I'm pressing into the shin. So try not to be up on the top of your toes here because you will lose your balance. Keep it strong. And then you're going to release. And then you're going to switch sides. So take time. Don't rush. Open up, lift, keep it strong. Inhale, pull the belly button in, looking straight ahead or just slightly towards the floor. Exhale. Let's do it 2 more times. Reach out, lift, find your balance, press, pull the belly button in. So we're trying to work opposing sides of the body. So going into left arm, right leg, and hold. The reason being that, as any good physio will tell you, it works across the body, the back. So coming down into the glutes and the shoulders. So your left side will affect your right side and vice versa. So we're keeping it nice and strong. So from here, we're going to come back down to the floor. So I want you to lower yourself back to the floor again, taking your time. And then from here, we're going to bring the arms out into a cactus shape. Now this is just slightly more advanced to maybe some of your more standard strengthening exercises for your back, but this will really help you engage your back. So from here, we're going to bring the chest up, lifting the chest forward. So we're drawing the chest forward. Okay, from here, we're going to press into the hips. Feet can be slightly out to the side. You're going to lift the arms up, extend, inhale, exhale, inhale, bring the arms down, release. We'll do that 2 more times. So you're going to come up, lift the chest up, reach the arms up, out, in, out, in, release, bring it down. 1 more time. Inhale, lift the chest up, draw the chest forward, bring the arms up, reach out, reach back, reach out, reach it back, and release. Good. Okay, from here, take the hands by the temples. We're going to squeeze up, lifting the chest off the floor. From here, you're going to reach your elbows back, so into that cactus position. Bring it back to the temples, coming down. Inhale, reach your elbows back, bring it back in and down. Lift up, reach the elbows back, bring the hands back in, down. 1 more time. Inhale, draw the elbows back, hands back in, and let's rest it down. Okay, from here a little bit more. We're going to place those hands back in front of us like we did earlier. Now the chest isn't going to be quite so high. We're going to bring the knees to the outside of the mat, squeezing the feet together. So sometimes we call this a frog lift, okay, or a mermaid's tail, depending on where you're looking. So for this one, what I want to see you do, now some of you find it more comfortable with your feet together, some it's more like the blade of the foot, and you're going to squeeze. Now to squeeze, you're going to squeeze the bottom, you're going to press the hips into the floor. Now a lot of people really struggle to get any further than this. What you need to think about is, as you squeeze the hips into the floor, you squeeze the bottom, you lift the foot up to the sky. So you're drawing the knees off the floor. It won't be very high, and you're probably going to feel it into your hamstrings as well. So we're going to do that 2 more times. So we're going to inhale, press the hips into the floor, squeeze that bottom. So that bottom should be really squeezing in. Pressing the hips in, pulling the toes up. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Brilliant. Well done. Okay, let's just release those feet down. Bring the feet in. Okay, so last little section here for the strengthening exercises. So from here, we're going to bring the arms out in front. You're going to raise the chest off the floor slightly. So we're going to work into the arms first. Raising the right arm up. Circle for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch direction for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're moving into the leg. So lift that leg up. We're going to go for those circles if you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, we're going to raise the right arm up and the left leg up. And we're going to circle for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And switch legs and arms. Bring the left arm up, right leg out, and circle for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Good. So, final little challenge now. We're going to try and bring the arms up and the legs up, and we're going to have some circles. So we have 5 of these. We're going to try and go outwards. So try and imagine breaststroke almost. So we're going to lift the arms up, lift the legs up, and then we're going to circle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See if you can reverse the direction. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Bring your head to the floor, hands by the chest, bring the feet in, toes are tucked in, ground the knees into the floor, elbows back, press back into child's pose, bringing it all the way back. Release the head down, and just to take some weight off the shoulders, you can bring the arms behind you. Take a deep inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Slowly roll up all the way to the top, coming onto your knees. Now if you want a little toe stretch, you can tuck those toes in underneath you, up to you entirely. A lot of you will probably be like, no, I'm going on my foot. So take a nice deep inhale, reach up tall, and you're going to exhale. Now as you exhale, you're going to drop the back all the way back. So it's like a cat-cow, but seated. Now you're going to inhale, open up the back, lift the chin up, pull the tummy in, exhale. And I'm going to inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, going into that cat. Open up into cow. Exhale, bring it back into cow. Inhale, reaching up tall. Good. Now come to neutral position, so with no back bend. You can release the toes, that's fine if you haven't already. Take the right hand to the right side of the body. You're going to reach up tall and over. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach forward all the way down, stretching out those lats. Release the head down into that child's pose, traditional. Inhale, reach up tall, slowly, take your time. Inhale, reaching up to the sky, left hand down, up, reach up and over. Exhale, all the way down, all the way around, feeling that lovely stretch. Inhale, exhale, inhale, reach up tall. And then from here, release the hands down. And we're going to just come down onto our mat for me. So coming onto your back now, and we're just going to finish off with a couple of stretches into your glutes, because this will help actually to open up your lower back. So from here, taking a nice deep breath in, we're going to take the left foot over the right leg. Bringing the arms out to the side, you're going to draw the right knee up, opening up the glute on the left side. So you should feel a really deep stretch here, depending on how tight you are. Some people that might not feel at all, but for others this is a lovely stretch. You can increase that stretch by pressing gently through the knee away, or alternatively you can also draw the knees towards each other. So you're bringing the knees together. You're going to bring the chest up to grab hold of either the shins, maybe the ankles, just depends on how bendy you're feeling. Okay, and you're going to sink back, and then you're going to start to draw the knees back. So really feeling that stretch now into the lower back, into the glutes. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Gently release. Now, I know that a lot of people love that stretch, so you can stay there for a bit longer if you want to. And then you're going to sink that right foot over to, left foot over to the right side and looking over your left shoulder. So finding that nice stretch, pulling up through the side of the hip. Deep inhale. Fill up the tummy, and as you exhale, again, you can hold this position for longer, but I'm going to draw it back up, pulling the tummy in, and we're going to do the same again on the side. So taking a nice deep inhale, we're going to cross the leg over, pressing the knee away, and then when you're ready, lift that leg up. So we're getting that lovely stretch again into the right side. Inhaling again, you can press that knee away. Or for those who are maybe a bit more bendy, maybe want a little bit more of an intense stretch, we could draw the leg across, grab hold of the shins and start to pull the knees in, okay? So you're starting to draw the leg across. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Release that leg back down. Still with the leg crossed over the body. Okay, we're going to come over to the other side now for me, okay? So from here, bringing the arms out to the side, we're going to take the left foot across now, reaching over and sinking down through that foot, looking over the right arm. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, draw the tummy in, pulling the belly button down and in. Bring the knees in, give yourself a big hug. And then from here, you can either continue on into happy baby, or you can even go to things like shoulder stand, etc. Otherwise, from here, I'd like you to just roll over onto your right hand side. Gently roll yourself up. I'm going to come into cross-leg position in front of you here. Taking your hands to your knees. You're going to raise the back up tall. Reach up all the way to the sky. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring the hands down. Place the feet together. And finally into Baddha Konasana. Back is tall. Shoulders are dropped down. Chest is lifted. Inhale. Exhale as you draw the elbows back. Keep the back long. Try not to allow the back to bend at this point. Inhale. As you exhale this time, place the hands to the feet. Deep inhale. Exhale. Release down. Deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Relaxing the knees to the outside. Inhale. Exhale, slowly come back to rise, crossing the legs back over, back is tall, reach up tall, inhale, final stretch, exhale, release, forehead to the floor or towards the floor, don't need to be touching the floor, relaxing the arms now, inhale, exhale, slowly rolling all the way back up to seated. Bringing the palms to heart center. Nice deep inhale. Exhale. Namaste. Thank you so much. I hope you found this to help your back and giving you some of those exercises to really strengthen up, but also something to help release as well. Do comment below, let me know how you get on, and I will see you again next time. Thanks.